Listen closely, my dearest child. Right now, as I speak directly to your spirit, something is unfolding in the unseen. A trap is being woven just beyond your doorstep, out of sight of your physical eyes. Not with ropes or wires, and not for a thief sneaking in at night. This snare is intended for someone far more cunning, sinister, and ancient. Tonight, a witch stirs from her hidden hive, and her path is not random. She isn't moving because of some ritual misfire or lost spell. No, she's moving on purpose. And her purpose has a name, yours. Yes, you have heard me. Heaven has intercepted a chilling revelation, shaking even my angels. This witch, cloaked in shadows and secrets, has marked you as her next target. But don't let fear rise up in your chest, because I haven't left you defenseless. Even now, a holy trap is being set outside your home. Not by human hands, not with wood or nails, but by divine command. Angels under my command are creating a net of light laced with authority and fire. Nevertheless, you cannot see it. You could stand at your window right now, eyes wide open, and only see the silence of the night. But know this, just beyond the veil, war is underway. You might ask, why me? Why my house when there are so many others sitting quietly nearby? That, child, is the most telling piece of all. Because this witch, this dark hunter, is not appearing by chance. She's drawn out tonight, not out of curiosity, but by design. Her hunt is personal. And you, yes, you, are the center of her pursuit. This is not about proximity. This is not a case of randomness. This is about destiny and the light you bring that her darkness cannot withstand. But you must understand that this is not just a warning. This is revealing. Because before you can walk forward without fear, you must know who she is, why she's chosen this night, and how heaven caught wind of her plan before she ever stepped out of her lair. That is why I require your complete attention, no part of it, no passing glance. Stay with me now. Give me a few moments because what I'm about to show you will completely change your understanding of spiritual warfare. It will change the way you perceive the night and who walks within it. Let me start at the beginning. You see, heaven does not rely on guesswork. We don't rely on rumors, and we don't need to hide bugs or cameras in the shadows. No, children. What revealed this witch's plot was not a surveillance device or a whispered threat. It was a single tear. A tear is shed by someone close to you. Someone you may not know was praying for you. That tear rose as smoke to my throne. It carried weight. It carried pain. It conveyed a message that penetrated the veil and shook the atmosphere. When that tear touched me, the heavens responded. I issued orders. Angels moved. A divine net started to form outside your walls. You see, this witch thought she could strike in silence. She thought the night would conceal her, that your weariness would keep you unaware. But what she didn't realize was that I never sleep, and my gaze has never left you. She had no idea that her darkness had already come too close to my light. And the light exposes everything. What she planned in secret was revealed by divine sight. So, my child, I want you to know that while she hunts, heaven has already hunted her. While she plots, I've already lured her into my snare. Don't be afraid if the wind changes tonight or if your heart feels something stirring. That is not fear rising, it is discernment. Your spirit is recognizing that something is broken. Something is being bound. You were never intended to fight this alone. You are protected. You were chosen. And the enemy's reach ends where my angels stand. So, breathe. Rest. Stay awake in spirit, but do not tremble. Because tonight is not the night of your demise. It's the night her plans collapse before your eyes. Now, let me ask you if you're ready to hear the full story of this hunt. Are you ready to discover why your name triggered her movement? Then stay with me because the veil is lifting, and what follows will not only answer your questions, but will also reveal a truth that has been hidden for far too long. Yes, my dear child, you heard me clearly. A single tear changed everything. There was no scream, no word, no whisper, only one tear. Quiet as a breath, soft as mist, it shook the heavens. It came from a little girl, no more than 7 years old, fast asleep, just 3 streets away from where you lay your head. And no, you have never seen her. She does not recognize your face. You have never exchanged a glance, not once. However, that child's tear may have just saved your life. She did not cry aloud. She did not sit up, gasping, or call for help. No one in her home moved. But as she slept, a shadow appeared in her dream, silent, slick, and malicious. It was she, the witch, who was crawling tonight. But this was not her hunt. No, this was her rehearsal. A test. A wicked probe into her dark arts. She wasn't there to harm the girl, not completely. She came to practice. To ensure her power had not diminished. To ensure she still had the ability to manipulate the spirit realm before unleashing her full wrath on her true target, you. Unfortunately, something went wrong. You see, darkness is arrogant. It assumes that silence is safety, and that small things go unnoticed. The witch believed she could dip her toe into a child's dream without repercussions. She believed the heavens would not be affected by her intrusion. But she underestimated one thing: the cry of a soul carries farther than any scream of flesh. That little girl did not wake, but her spirit did. And in the stillness of the night, a tear slipped from her closed eyelid and struck her pillow like thunder in the spirit world. The world didn't notice, but I did. That tear was not an ordinary droplet. Inside, it burned a silent alarm encoded in pain that only angels could read. I felt it. I overheard it. It struck my throne with a sense of urgency. And without hesitation, I dispatched my fiercest warriors. I told them to go. Find the tear before the earth swallows it. There is truth within. There is a message that we cannot ignore. And my angels moved like lightning. They arrived at the child's house, invisible to all eyes. There it was, still glistening on her pillow, a mere shimmer in the night. But as they reached for it, something happened they didn't expect. It would not move. That single tear, so small and delicate, weighed more than any demon they had ever cast down. Their hands trembled. Their wings came to a halt. Because they felt it. It was no longer a tear. It was a prophecy. It was pain solidified. It was a warning sealed in water and soaked in spiritual weight. Even my angels, who have stood in the fire of my presence, hesitated. Because they understood that if that tear vanished, and the enemy's plan escaped through that single point of contact, all evidence would be lost. The witch would vanish back into shadow. Her trail would disappear. And her next move would come without warning. But I would not allow it. So I reached down. I poured my strength into their hands. I wrapped my voice around their bravery and whispered, "Lift it now." And they did. And when that tear broke free from the earth's fabric and entered my courts, everything changed. The heavens did not speak, because they couldn't. The truth within that droplet screamed louder than any trumpet ever did. Louder than the crashing of oceans and the groaning of creation. What it revealed was more than just the witch's plan. It revealed her essence, signature, next step, obsession, and the ancient force she is now summoning to find you. You, my child, you are her goal. Not by chance. This was not by accident. But your light disrupts her rituals. Your purpose jeopardizes her authority. And your presence reminds her of something she cannot destroy, what I have implanted within you. And now, with that tear lifted and the truth revealed, you and I are no longer in the dark. The veil has torn. The snare is set. The witch thinks she's hunting. But tonight, she will be caught. And now, my child, if your heart is still steady and your spirit is open, I will reveal what the angels saw, what that tear revealed. But listen carefully, because what I'm about to say isn't light and easy. It will shake the foundation of your soul and awaken you to a truth most people never see. Stay with me for a little longer, because you should know that you were not just mentioned in that tear. You were marked. Not in passing. Not by accident. Not as a possibility. No, your name was etched into the darkness. Carved into the very fabric of her evil with rage and intent. It was not whispered or written in the shadows. It was burned there, as if your very presence threatened the foundation of her power. In fact, it does. She's not coming tonight with knives or curses designed to rip flesh. That's not her intention. She does not intend to harm you physically, that would be too obvious and easy to detect. No, her desire is more sinister. She wishes to unravel you from within. She's after your emotions, clarity, and focus. She intends to disrupt your peace, demolish your joy, and undermine the progress you've made. Because what she fears most is not the pain you've been through, but the healing that has been growing in you, silently and powerfully, under my hands. She's concerned about your recovery. The strength returning to your voice. The light is rebirthing in your eyes. The purpose beginning to pulse again in your steps. She saw it. She sensed the shift, and it terrified her. So, tonight is her moment of decision, her twisted climax. The night she believes she can strike and succeed before you reach the point of full restoration. But, my child, she doesn't realize that heaven has also been preparing. Her plans were not unnoticed. Her footprints have already been tracked. And the trap she is walking toward, one foot in front of the other, was not set in haste. It was crafted with divine patience, layered with justice, wrapped in scripture, and sealed with the truth. Because I said it before, and meant it, whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. Proverbs 26 verse 27. My child, that is more than just a verse. That is the verdict. The trap is more than just a defense. This is a mirror. It reflects her intention for the night. It is a sentence shaped by her own wickedness, a mirror that forces her to confront the curses she attempted to lift. This time, there will be no escape. Because she's not stepping into coincidence, but into judgment. A holy response. A reckoning cloaked in silence. I know it's stirring in your thoughts now. You're wondering what happens when she walks in. What does justice look like when heaven responds to a witch? And I'll tell you, what comes next is more than just defense. It's a declaration. You are about to witness a moment that even heaven rarely shares. What's coming is more than just about protecting you. It is about establishing a truth in the spirit realm so loudly that the darkness itself will tremble. Prophecy is taking shape. It's the reversal of harm. It's divine fire that wraps around your life and says, not this one. Not tonight. Not ever again. So, brace yourself, my child, not with fear, but with reverence, because the aftermath of what is about to happen will shake more than shadows. It will tremble realms. After this night, nothing in the spirit world will look at you the same way again. Because, my child, the trap was never intended to capture her flesh. No, it wasn't about iron, fire, or chains. This trap was designed with much greater precision. It is not a cage. It is a reflection. It will not bind her body but will confront her spirit. And when she enters it tonight, something extraordinary will occur. She will not be dragged away while screaming. She will confront every sin she has tried to hide. Every curse she ever whispered, every hope she ever poisoned, and every innocent she ever scarred will rise like a vapor from the past. They will not come to haunt her, they will come to testify. They'll stand silently in judgment of her, like mirrors she can't get away from, forcing her to see herself not as she pretends, but as she truly is. Because this trap wasn't made with swords, spears, or anything else a human hand could create. No, this was created by my angels from the very fabric of memory and justice. Every shadow she slipped through, believing she was invisible, I saw her. Every hex she hid behind closed doors, believing heaven was too busy, I heard her. Every soul she darkened, believing it would go unnoticed, I remembered them all. And now she will. She will see everything she thought was hidden emerge like a flame around her. Not to destroy, but to expose her. That is the power of divine judgment. It does not always strike with thunder, but it always delivers the truth. And the truth will consume her more thoroughly than fire ever could. Because the greatest weight is not punishment, but the realization that you will never escape God's eyes. So now we wait. But, my dear child, this waiting is not weak. We are not cowering behind locked doors, bracing for impact. No, we are standing in power, in alignment, in stillness that contains strength. Because I declared it years ago, vengeance is mine. And tonight it arrives, not in chaos, but in clarity. Not with storms, but with a thick silence that splits the soul. It will come as a whisper too heavy to carry, like a mirror that never lies. And when she sees what I've prepared, when she realizes the justice she walks into is made from her own works, even darkness will scream. And now, my dearest child, allow me to steady your heart. You are not the hunted. You are protected. You are not the target. You are the testimony. And no matter what storm forms around you, remember who I am. Do not let your fear overpower your faith. Don't let the unknown speak louder than my promises. When I led my people to the edge of the Red Sea, they panicked. They looked at the waves and forgot about the one who had split the skies and broken chains to transport them there. Some even desired to return to bondage rather than accept the freedom I was demonstrating before them. But I never brought them to the water to drown them, I brought them there to open it. And, child, I did not lead you here to abandon you. I've brought you here because your miracle is about to happen. Your breakthrough is not behind you. It is ahead of you, waiting on the other side of faith. I understand the pressure you are under. I see the questions that are keeping you awake. The silent battles that no one knows you're fighting. But hear me out, I have not forgotten you. Every word I've said about your life is still alive. It is moving, breathing, and developing. I have promised to bless you, to protect you, and to prosper you, and my words do not return empty. If I said it, I will do it. So, take courage. Stand firm. The same God who has parted the seas will clear your path. The same God who shut the lion's mouth will silence the one who is currently hunting you. So don't shrink back. Don't doubt what I can do just because of what you see. Hold your ground in faith, my child. Because when this night passes, and it will, you'll stand on the other side not just unharmed, but anointed. Not just spared, but strengthened. And every force that dared to touch you will learn what I mean when I say, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. My dear child, quiet your heart for a moment so you can hear me clearly. This is not simply another message. This is a divine reminder from the one who created you, named you, and called you even before the world saw your face. You're not here by accident. You were not put on this planet to simply exist or go through the days unnoticed. You are my intentional design, carefully crafted, purposeful, and full of light. I shaped you with precision. Every feature, flaw, and fragment of your soul reflects my artistic vision. You have my breath in your lungs and my fingerprints on your body. You are my masterpiece, not because you are perfect, but because you are completely mine. The world will try to blur that truth. It will tell you to be someone else, to shrink, and to question the power I have given you. But I, your creator, remind you that there is no comparison. No one else can do what you were meant to do. Nobody can carry your voice, kindness, strength, or story. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. What others overlooked, I've been cultivating in secret. And now, my child, the season of silence is coming to an end. What I whispered to you in the darkness is about to be heard in the light. You are entering a divine moment, the fulfillment of a destiny that has been in motion longer than you realize. I heard all of your prayers, even when no one was watching. I caught all of the tears you shed in private. I wasn't just watching. I was working, rearranging, aligning, and preparing. The doors you thought were permanently closed are about to swing wide open. Not by force, but through favor. You're not entering just another chapter. You are about to witness a divine unveiling. The blessings ahead of you won't look ordinary, because you were never meant to live an ordinary life. The pain, the delays, the confusion, these were not the end of your story. They were the soil. And from that soil, beauty is about to emerge. The dysfunctional patterns that try to entangle you, the lies that try to label you, and the setbacks that try to silence you, they are all being unraveled one by one. I'm breaking generational curses, lifting burdens, and paving the way for a better beginning. Where there was sickness, there will be healing. Where there was a scarcity, you will find an abundance. You will see a release where there was previously only waiting. What once stood in your way is now being used to push you forward. The winds that threatened to break you are now carrying you to higher ground. My child, you will not just make it, you will reign. You will rise above the things that previously overwhelmed you. Depression won't define you. Fear will not paralyze you. The struggle will not swallow you. You were made for more. You were chosen for such a time as this. Right now, I am setting divine connections into place. People you haven't met yet are already drawn to your light. Opportunities are coming to you on purpose, not by chance. This is not a coincidence. This is a confirmation. So, lift your head. Raise your hopes. This isn't the end, it's a divine turning point. Heaven is behind you. Angels are beside you. My spirit is within you. And I am leading you to a breakthrough that your eyes have not seen and your hearts have not imagined. Trust me, even when the process feels unfamiliar. Even when the pace seems slow. I did not bring you this far just to leave you now. I am with you in every step, breath, and moment. You're not waiting in vain. You are being prepped for glory. And what comes next, my beloved, will be well worth the time you spent wondering if I saw you. I did. I do.